Second.
Motion by Lang, second by O'Laughlin. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Approval of the consent agenda. 4.1, regular session minutes of November 2, 2009. 4.2, Resolution 09-111, adopting special assessment for delinquent code enforcement bills. 4.3, Resolution 09-112, adopting special assessment for delinquent utility bills. 4.4, Resolution 09-113, adopting special assessment for delinquent fire bill. 4.5, Resolution 01-114, appointing Steve Rost and Chris Herman as temporary seasonal employees with the Public Works Department. 4.6, calling for a public hearing for an ordinance amendment to amend the zoning ordinance by amending language pertaining to Section 1102.00, non-conforming lots, uses, and structures, Section 1105.14, Public Institutional District, Section 1105.15, Planned Unit Developments Overlay, and Section 1107.12, Off-Street Parking. 4.7, calling for a public hearing for an ordinance amendment to rezone property to maintain consistency between the comprehensive plan's future land use and the official zoning map. 4.8, Resolution 09-107, approving plat filing extension for Farmers Ridge 3rd Edition. 4.9, Resolution 09-108, approving plat filing extension for Farmers Ridge 4th Edition. 4.10, authorizing staff to proceed with advertising to seek candidates for city commissions. That is the consent agenda for tonight. Look for a motion for approval.
Mr. Mayor, if I may?
Yep.
Just one thing to add on 4.10, authorizing staff to proceed with advertising to seek candidates for city commissions. The design committee shows no expiring terms. We have had one person resign, so we will be needing to fill one position on that.
All right. With that small amendment, I'm looking for the approval of the consent agenda.
I'll move.
Second. Motion by O'Laughlin, second by Lang. Any discussion?
Yes.
Yes, Mr.
On
Trout.
4.3, I have a question. Special assessments for delinquent utility bills.
Yep.
It's a long time since I sold my house, but at that time, the houses I sold in the past, when I closed, I looked at my closing statement today. I had to sign a paper that my utility bills were paid. Isn't that done anymore? There's people on this list that sold their houses. They don't live there anymore. And their houses have been closed down. Are they still liable for the utilities?
Ms. Meyer?
The utility bill actually stays with the property. We send out notices per Scott County records based on the taxation records. If the property tax is still in, if the property is still in that person's name, that's who we send notice to.
So after they sell it and they close, the bill would be sent to the new owners?
If the city is notified of the new owners, otherwise we have to base it on what Scott County lists as property owners.
Okay. Do these people have to pay their bills if they sold their house before these bills were,
They will be
before it's put on their
assessed
assessment?
They're assessed to the property regardless of owner. Whoever is the owner of that property will be paying these bills.
So we're going to do this when, next month or this month?
December when it's.
Okay. So the owner, as of December, will be liable for these bills, even if they didn't own the property?
Correct. That's why title companies carry title insurance and do searches. And if they don't, the homeowner needs to address that.
How about on foreclosures? There's bills on here that the houses were foreclosed over a year ago, and the people are still living in the houses.
Goes to property tax. Whoever is responsible for paying property taxes will be responsible.
So the people living in houses don't have to pay their utility bills
Whoever
after it's
is
foreclosed?
Owner of the property and responsible for that.
So the people that live in the houses don't have to pay utility bills after their house is foreclosed on? I was just wondering.
They're not liable for the taxes, then the answer is no.
Doesn't seem right. Okay, thank you.
Maybe if Mayor, Council, I could clarify a little bit. We ran into this a number of years ago, and it has to do with rental properties. That's where it really stemmed from before we were in this crunch of foreclosures. if I own the property and I'm renting, that renter who's living in the house doesn't pay the utilities. I'm responsible for them because I am the taxpayer, I'm the property owner. So when I sell, if I don't pay my taxes, they go, if I don't pay my utilities, yes, they go with the property. Because there's no way to track a renter to renter A to renter B. We just keep, we'd have a log of 400, properties that keep selling and are renting with renters who live there. You could never track that. So what we do is it's the city's policy is to, the utility bills stay with the property PID number, no matter who owns it at what given time when the bills are due. And it may not be fair, but that's the only way. We can't, if a renter's living in it and he moves out and the person who owns the property doesn't tell us, we can't track a renter down who's gone. Then another renter moved in and 2 months later he's gone. The city stands to lose the money because we're trying to track down renters that are in wherever, another state. So that's why we changed to whoever is the taxpayer is responsible for the utility bills, and we send notice to all of them. That's part of our policy as a city, that the property owners, the taxpayers, they get notice that you are responsible for the utilities. I don't know if that clarified it or confused it.
And when homes are sold and closed on, you pay, or the seller, the buyer pays for title insurance, which means the title company is going through and making sure there are no outstanding liens on this property that don't pertain to you. That's what your title insurance is for. If there are, and they didn't do that research, the new owner of the home has somewhere to go back to address that outstanding lien.
All right, thank you.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes, Mr. Laughlin.
in looking at this big, long list here, I thought that, I was under the impression that with the hiring of the new water person, that this problem was going to kind of go away. And I don't see it going away, it's getting bigger. The list and the amounts.
Well, if people don't pay their bill, it's never going to go away. What we're doing is, it's down to 1 month past due now. They go on this list. That's why the list has grown. So if we used to do it twice a year, if you remember, council member. Now we do it, if your bill is 1 month past due and you don't make arrangements, it goes at this time of year, which the city has a way to get the money for our utilities.